Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
This is the closing bell on the Stock Movers Report. The companies making moves at the close of U.S. trading with Carol Massar, Tim Stenovec, Romaine Bostick, and Scarlett Fu.
All right, let me get to some of the individual gainers. And Tesla, we saw this definitely some outperformance here, up 5% at its highs today, closing with a gain of 3.6%. Tesla proposing a new compensation agreement for its CEO, Elon Musk, potentially worth around $1 trillion. There's a lot of caveats around it, I would say, but it is a massive package with that president in corporate America. Tesla seeking assurances that Elon Musk would wind down his political work. So we also heard from a Tesla board member, at least
wind
CNBC.
Down his political work.
Well, you know what that
means. I think the Trump administration's already done that. But it raises the big question, Carol Massar. In all seriousness, we talk about $1 trillion pay package that a lot of people, I think, Katie, you pointed out at the start of our show, to get all those incentives, it would actually have to take the market cap of this company to what, around $8 trillion.
Yeah,
it's at $1 trillion now. I would also like to point out it was at $1.5 trillion at the start of the year. So I'm a little curious as to what they're actually paying for here.
It's a great question. It's a question I posed actually to our Ed Ludlow, who reminded us about Nvidia just a short time ago and the small market cap it had and how it has certainly blossomed. So I don't know. I guess time will tell. So yeah.
Nvidia makes basically the only chip out there to power the AI revolution.
Just a graphics chip processor, and the market cap wasn't as large. I'm just saying.
Okay, that's a false equivalency, but go ahead.
Okay. I'm just going to ignore you. You must have missed me. All right, let's go to Zumiez. Zumiez, ticker is ZUMZ. Stock up about 15% in today's session.
What is this? I always hear this stock. What is this?
$357 million market cap. It is a small market cap. This is something that's probably in your wardrobe. There's sneakers, there's skateboards, there's a lot of things. Snowboards as well. Anyway, it reported better than expected second quarter sales, issued third quarter sales guidance that also topped estimates. And moving along, chips, definitely some outperformance among the semi area today. Broadcom, number one gainer in both the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, gain of 9.5%, up more than 16% intraday here.
Wow.
We know the company reported its latest results, but it really has to do with that FT report initially, and then Bloomberg following up that the chip maker is said to be helping OpenAI design and produce an AI accelerator. For 2026.
Can I just say a few weeks ago on this program, I got a lot to say today, Carol. A couple weeks on the program, Jake Goldberg over at Seaport was talking about this idea of the chip space, all the focus on Nvidia, and he was the one who flagged to me. He's like, look, take a look at Broadcom. It's outperformed Nvidia this year. It's up 44%. Nvidia's up like 25%. And he was really bullish on this idea that Broadcom really has an ability to make its mark in the AI space, and that investors hadn't really appreciated that. And I think based on what we learned yesterday, maybe he was right.
I have something to say, actually. I have also heard calls that Broadcom should be part of the Magnificent Seven. I'm going to say it here. Call it the Great Eight. We could come up with a new name because Broadcom really has proved its worth this year.
All right, we'll see if the Great Eight sticks. If it does, thanks, Katie Greifeld, for that one.
I stole it from someone.
Romaine, I know you're just... We were gone yesterday up at the Power Player Summit, so it sounds like you're making up for lost time with no simulcast.
We've been chatting up.
We actually did the simulcast. We just did it with.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. It was just the two of you. The two of you talking to each other.
Pretty much.
Okay.
We got to keep our radio listeners.
Well, I want to keep things moving and talk a little bit about Nvidia on the Broadcom news. Broadcom's gains were Nvidia's losses today, down 2.7%. Shares actually fell as much as 4.4%, falling at 1 point by the most since April. Once again, Nvidia down by 2.7% today, and then a late mover, Kenvue, down 9.4% today. It's the former consumer healthcare division of Johnson & Johnson, down as much as 16.5% earlier this afternoon. Shares fell after the Journal reported that HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is likely to link the company's Tylenol to autism. The federal government is expected to release its finding on autism this month. The HHS, though, came out with a statement after this Journal report came out and said any claims about the report's contents are speculation until it is released. We should note that Kenvue said, quote, nothing is more important than the health and safety of people who use its products, and it believes there's no causal link between acetaminophen use during pregnancy and autism. And finally, Lululemon shares down 18.6% today. This was the worst performer on a percentage basis in the S&P 500.
Right.
The company slashing its outlook due to weakening demand the Trump administration's tougher trade policies as well. At least 7 analysts downgraded the company's stock.
Yeah, I was really shocked. I mean, we were on, well, that's right, you guys weren't here yesterday, but we were covering that in the after hours yesterday. And the idea, remember, this was like the untouchable stock. It seemed like it didn't matter the economic conditions, it didn't matter anything. They always seemed to grow sales, grow profitability. And this is like the third straight quarter where they've really surprised to the downside.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.